Hey everybody, Professor Benelou with a series of 2 short videos to explain Unit 4 discussion board and guide you through Unit 4 discussion board. This is a very important assignment, just like Unit 2 discussion board was. It's the second of the 2 big writing assignments you have this semester. And it's very, very similar to Unit 2 discussion board. We are just simply building on what you did in Unit 2 discussion board. You will have 4 topics to choose from. This first video is going to be a general introduction to the assignment, and then what I will be doing is the second video I will be going over the 4 topics that you get to choose from. Okay, so here we go. This is broken up into 2 due dates, just like Unit 2 discussion board was. Your original post is going to be due Friday, December 6th by 59 p.m. Central Standard Time. And your response posts are going to be due Tuesday, December 10th by 59 p.m. Central Standard Time. And after December 10th, your peer responses will not be accepted. So don't get points taken right off the bat just because A, you didn't respond to your classmates in time, or you didn't respond to them at all. And we're going to get into this. Like I said, very, very similar to Unit 2 discussion board. We are just building on what you learned in Unit 2 discussion board. Okay, so these are the 4 topics that you choose from. Again, you're going to be analyzing a primary document once again. So you got to choose from the 1 of the 4 topics. The first is Reaganomics, and this is an article which contained Reagan's remarks on signing the Economic Recovery Tax Act of 1981 and the Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act of 1981. The second is a speech that was given by former President George H.W. Bush in October of 1990. It's called Iraqi Aggression in Kuwait, and this is a speech he gave before the United Nations General Assembly. This is the first Gulf War topic that you can choose from. That's topic number 2. The third topic is Rise of Conservatism, and the primary document you can analyze is the speech that Patrick Buchanan made before the Republican National Convention in the summer of 1992. He talks about a culture war. You need to define a culture war and what he feels the culture war was, etc., etc. The fourth and final topic you can choose from is Ronald Reagan's Tear Down This Wall speech from June of 1987. This is the end of the Cold War topic that you can delve into. And again, my second short video will be going over the 4 topics. Okay, so again, this is broken up into several sections. It's Unit 2 DB had 3 sections. This one has 4. Okay, we're just building on what we did in Unit 2 discussion board, so don't get so intimidated. Firstly is the context section worth 15 points. Name the document you chose to analyze. Who is the creator of the document? Briefly describe the creator of the document. When and where was the document created? Okay, that's the context section, worth 15 points. Summary is worth 20 points. This is the same as Unit 2 DB. Write a brief summary of the source. What topic or issue is discussed in the source? What's the creator's main points about the topic? And what's one interesting thing that was said in the source? The third section, Connections, is worth 10 points. How does the source connect to the Unit 4 learning materials? How does it help you better understand the moment in American history? Okay. And does this source support what you already knew about this topic? If so, how? Or does this source change the way you think about this topic? If so, how? And also, how did reading this document help you understand Unit 4 and telepath? Okay, delve into that. That's the context section, which is worth, or connections section, which is worth 10 points. The issue today. Identify how the issue in the document relates to American life today. You want to use specific examples to explain your points. How is this document that you are analyzing still applicable to us today in America in 2019? Okay, that's the last section. This is what is due when the original post is due. Okay, the 6th. This is what's due the 6th, December 6th. All right, Tuesday, December 10th, you must have your peer responses in. Okay, and again, get them in by the 10th. You don't want to get points taken right off the bat because you either didn't respond to your classmates or didn't respond in time. Your peer response section is worth 5 points. You need to respond to 2 of your classmates. And this time, each of your posts has to be at least 100 words in length. And you're responding to your classmate's post. Tailor your response to your classmate's post. And you should be addressing the 4 questions that I'm about to go over within each response. What did you learn from your classmates' post, first of all? Secondly, are there connections between their document and the unit materials that they did not mention? I love this question. I think it's thinking outside the box. Thirdly, are there connections between what you learned from your source and what you learned from their source? And lastly, what clarification do you need regarding the post? So that is what is due on the 10th. So the general requirements for this assignment: all sources used to complete this project need to be cited using APA format. You need to use in-text citations, and you need to have a reference section listing your sources. Go to the undergraduate writing style guide for help. I have an announcement. One of my first announcements is how to access it. So look at that. Okay. And, don't be afraid to use our CTU library. It is wonderful. And the librarians are extremely helpful. And you also have the Writing Center, which is fantastic. I have one of my first announcements tells you about the Writing Center and how to access it. You're paying tuition here at CTU. You got these great resources at your fingertips. Use them. Okay. I highly recommend doing so. Okay, so this is the grading criteria I will use to grade your DB. I apologize for it being so small, but it's the only way it could fit on the slide. I apologize. The context section. Student identified the creator, including a brief description. Student identified when and where the document was created. My comments, however many points out of 15. Summary. Student fully summarized the document, identifying the main topic, the main points, and at least one interesting detail. My comments, however many points out of 20. Connection. Student identified connection between the primary source and the unit learning material. Student included a discussion of how the source how the source expanded or changed their previous knowledge. My comments, however many points out of 10. The issue today. Student identifies how the issue in the document relates to American life today. Student evaluates the ways in which the issue has evolved. Student uses specific examples to explain their points. My comments, how many points out of 10? Peer responses. You respond to your classmates in time, 2 of your classmates on time, you will get the 10 points. Response content. Peer response added new depth or insight to the current conversation and encourages further conversation. I feel encourages further conversation is key. My comments, how many points out of 5? Academic writing. Student uses proper spelling, punctuation, and grammar to write clearly and effectively. References, if provided, are in APA format. My comments, how many points out of 5? I total it up and put the total over 75. Okay, so the important information about this assignment: your original post is due Friday the 6th by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, and your response posts are due Tuesday, December 10th by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you have absolutely any questions, you can contact me, lbenalou@coloradotech.edu, or you can message me through CTU Messenger. And a great time to get me is Mondays from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time during my office hours. Okay, this is it for this short little video. I will be seeing you in a little bit with a second video going over the topics.